music in Nigeria is very, very interesting. And I think that for Nigeria, the fact that any music that is not pop is regarded as alternative music says a lot about. Like, I don't know, if you look at Billboard charts, the songs that can be hits in other countries, you can tell, and like most A&Rs in Nigeria can tell, how do I put this? Like a cliche is a cliche for a reason. Making a fast beat record with certain types of words, with a certain kind of energy, being more likely to be a hit record in Nigeria speaks to the fact that it is generally known that partying and club music and happiness, you can call it happiness if you want to, is prevalent. And I do not mean that as a bad thing. I mean that to say that the culture of Nigeria is a culture of happiness. It's going to be very hard for sad music to be commercially successful, because we as the people do not think like that. We think about drinking away our sorrows. We think about partying away our hurts. That's how we think as a people. So I'm not going to make a record that tells you when your heart will stop breaking and expect it to be number one.
I was going to say, so My Darling DeConsTRucteD isn't going to be like a huge commercial success in Nigeria, is what you're saying.
Okay. But the beauty of it and the lovely thing that the universe has done is that the world is a global market now. I'm not just feeding Nigerians. That's why I can go ahead and do that. But if it was a closed box where I had to feed only Nigeria, I'll have to think again about the kind of music that I chose to make. Like I found you're not Nigerian and you go hard for me, So the fact that is even possible, it speaks to a lot of things. So to an extent, there's a lot of factors that make music successful in certain regions, but the culture of that region and the general mindset of that region. And I chose to stick with happiness, and I chose to stick with partying, and I chose to stick with that for the sake of this interview. But there's a lot of negatives. There's a lot of that I'm choosing not to get into. There's a lot of negatives in the culture that may not permit certain things to happen or to thrive.
When I set my eyes on you, it's all over. Say make I do the original one, make you do cover. When I fall for you, I know if you remember. But I go make sure personally I cure your heart.